Hello, how's everybody doing? It's been a little while, maybe like, I wanted to give a YouTube, and I was wondering how, since the last sessions were so intense, and I'm helped by everybody. Of course, I already told everybody hugs. See, let me if I can give a hug. Yes. Okay. Um, so anyway, just how that helped me out a lot because now I can think better. How can I say think better? Um, I can put things in a better way now that because the last YouTube's helped me out so much, and I was wondering where to go to next. I know I have this letter. I don't know if everybody remembers, but I'm even going to rewrite the letter. It's going to be more. It's going to be more. I can say not organized. Can I say organized? It's going to be more. How can I say? It's going to be affect them more because they're going to see that that I'm in the world, as you know, and I'm a person in the world concerned for other people, and I know how to formulate better the expressions that I want to put down on paper. So I got the letter, but I'm going to rewrite it. I think God probably did that because He wanted me to do the best job as far as writing the. And then another thing it helped me with, because now I separated out the Watchtower. We always talk about Watchtower Bible and Tract Society. We always talk about the governing body, and we always talk about Jehovah's Witnesses. But now that I organize everything and I put it in a package, you know, in a certain box like we do, I'm able to open a box and just refer to it, and then refer to myself in the world, in the beautiful world, as a person in the world. So that helped me out a lot. And even to answer this comment, because I have a comment. This one is going to be on the curious case of the ex-Jehovah Witness. A comment, answering a comment, slash the curious case of the ex-Jehovah Witness. And very sorry. And the reason why I said that, because the curious case of the ex-Jehovah Witness, because it is a sect. It is an underground world that you had to have either lived in. You could also understand it if you didn't live in it, if you listen to Jehovah's Witness, to the experiences that they have. And if you've been in a religion, like some of my comments, my regular comments, they showed me that they were part of, certain things, aspects that the ex-Jehovah's Witnesses had went through. So, um, I'm not going to say, I don't say the names of the comments. I mean, if you want to go through all the comments and figure out which one is up to you. For my friends and everything, if I use their comments, I just say the comments. It kind of makes it a little bit more, packaged as far as the YouTube, instead of going out and then coming back in. Okay. So I think you understand that. I'm going to read the comment. Oh, I can read it without my contacts, without my glasses. Okay. All different churches, including ex-Jehovah Witnesses, see, look at, there go again. Okay. All different churches, including ex-Jehovah Witnesses, are Jesus's followers according to the Bible. And another thing, that just gave me a point, because I almost made a mistake and said Jehovah, but it helped me, because now, like, I've always had that, to where it's getting better, because now I can see it formulate and it stops. But that was something to help me, because I have another point, and I'm going to mention this point. It's going to go off track a little bit, But as far as Jesus is God, okay, that's another thing. By saying Jehovah, it really messes up, because there's the Father and there's the Son. Okay, if you say Jehovah, who are you referring to? Are you referring to God, or are you referring to Jesus? I mean, they're one, you know. So it kind of puts Jesus out just automatically. It really, in my opinion, it kind of takes the how can I say, the intimacy out of Jesus, okay? Because like when I left Jehovah's Witnesses, I didn't feel the intimacy with Jesus, you know, like Jesus did this. I just figured, he had everything that he wanted. He went through that, and that was it. You know what I mean? And he knew, it was just a real bad point. But God really brought it to my attention, and he straightened me out, and it was hard. That one was hard for me. And then when I got over that tragic road that he rode me through, telling me about Jesus, I was like, wow, okay, I understand. I kept saying, I understand. But he finished it out, okay? And Lord have mercy, it was something else. So that's one point. I was getting ready to say, I was getting ready to use, I saw Jesus' followers, but I was getting ready to say Joe. And then I figured it, but it made me figure that, hey, wait, what about Jesus? Jesus is God, So how are you going to say that? It just, like I said, I'm going to put that down. I want to do it now. I'm going to put that down in these things. I'm sorry, because this is so important for me to add that to my core lesson, is that I'm going to put down on the screens. I remember everything is going together. So I'm going to put down, how can I put that down? Oh, I can put that one under Jehovah. I can put down, what about Jesus is God? Okay, I'm going to put this down, Jehovah's Witnesses. And I'm going to put this down on another one. I'm going to put down Jesus is God. And that's not there. So I'm going to put down Jesus is God. Jesus is God. How does that refer to? And I put it blank, because it's a blank. So I put down Jesus is God, and then I put blank. And there's one more thing I got to do, because these things, I continue. When I do something, I continue it. Maybe I'll leave it out for a while, but I remember it. So, okay, so that's 14. Let's see what number it is. I have 14, 15. I know I'm going off track, but this is very important. 16, 17, 18, 19. Make sure. 18, 19, and that's number 20. Jesus got out of a blank, okay? So, that was really a good lesson. See, everything is coming together, okay? Okay, so now, all different churches, including Jehovah's Witnesses, are Jehovah's followers according to the Bible. So, how am I going to answer it? I'm going to answer it in two ways. One way, I'm going to answer it in my personal experience with God. The second one, I'm going to answer it in a viewpoint of an ex-Jehovah's Witness, as I was a Jehovah's Witness. Okay. Which one should I do first? I'm going to do as an ex-Jehovah's Witness. In my videos, if you go through if you've seen a lot of the videos, you notice that it wasn't too long ago, maybe like 3 videos ago or something like that. And excuse me, ex-Jehovah Witness videos ago, I said that God loves everybody, and he does. I mean, he tries to help. When I was a Jehovah Witness, and this is on the ex-Jehovah Witness, I'm doing it 2 ways. This is why I'm doing the ex-Jehovah Witness way answer first. I was there, and I guess I can say I was his follower. I mean, because it turned out that I am now, so I must have always been his follower. So, and then we're talking about Jesus. But you got to look at this. That to show you just that. Just your comment shows me that, because as a Jehovah's Witness, we would not say, we would not formulate that are Jesus' followers according to the Bible. That's where this comes in, okay? Now, that question, as far as the Jehovah's Witness, I couldn't find a screen for it, okay? I couldn't find a section for it. As a Jehovah's Witness, you don't... That's the part that we're arguing right now, is because Jesus does not get that light, okay? Yes, they could be his followers, or they are his followers. But do they know it? No, because we all have a free will, and there's a lot of things that we have to know and do as Jesus' followers. But as a Jehovah's Witness, a lot of that, as I can say, as an ex-Jehovah's Witness, we can see that a lot of that was blocked. A lot of it is blocked. And I want the person to understand that, yes, Jesus has as many followers. If you want to be his follower, or maybe you're not yet and you will be his followers. But the sad part is there are a lot of things that don't want people to know that they're his followers. There's a lot of things that block his followers from reaching him so that they can know themselves, okay? Because you just can't know God. You have to also, there's things to do afterwards. You have to get to know him. You have to get to, I can say you have to get to know you have to get to know him, and then you have to get to know yourself. Because we have a life, and in our life, we have a lot of things that we have to do. I mean, we have to get along with each other. We have to love each other. And that's another story. But how do we get to know each other? How do we get to love other people? The only way we can get to love other people is by listening to him the right way. As a Jehovah's Witness, as an ex-Jehovah's Witness, now I can use both sides. As a Jehovah's Witness, I can see that when I was a Jehovah's Witness, that I was pretty much blocked as far as this and that. There was a time when I did something against the Jehovah's Witness, the governing body, and I felt so bad. It's in my videos a long time ago. And I felt so bad, and I actually looked, instead of looking for God, I saw a GB, governing body, honest truth. And I said, oh no. And that's the governing body. That was a block, okay? That the governing body, or the Watchtower Bible and Tract Society, had laid for me. So instead of me praying and saying, oh, I wish I didn't do that, or I didn't do that, or maybe I didn't really do anything, which I don't think I did now, and I was talking to God. I didn't talk to him. I talked to the governing body. So we're trying to free Jesus's, I guess we can say as an ex-Jehovah's Witness, we're trying to free Jesus's followers. I mean, I'm glad you said that. You made me learn something new also. I hope that kind of answers the question. Let me see if I could answer it another way. That is really good. Okay, I think that's a very good answer. Because now I want to get to, it was a very good answer. I know, probably put it more into another YouTube, okay? It's something I want to keep. Um, Now, my personal experience, okay, that's another thing. As far as being an ex-Jehovah Witness, any ex-Jehovah Witness know, any ex-Jehovah Witness know, or any ex-Jehovah Witness knows or know, every ex-Jehovah Witness knows, I guess that should be the right word, um, that they are blocked. They have been blocked. Because like I said, I was a Jehovah Witness. And I just explained that to you. How I couldn't see a lot of things that were there. Even he was there, and I didn't see him. Or should I say this other thing as far as, yes, it was really blocked. Because even when I left the Jehovah Witnesses, and I remember, let me see, it took okay, that's another thing too. So blocked that, and this is from my personal experience, that you don't know how to reach him. Like, for instance, you have a free will, and you're a person, so you could pretty much do what you want to, and he saw me, of course, but I need to see him. I need to find him too. You know what I mean? So there's a connection there. I need to show him that, yes, I want to be part of you, And I remember, and that's what I'm saying. It takes a long time. That's what we're trying to say. If they free him, even if all the Jehovah's Witnesses are free tomorrow, it takes a long time for them to get to know themselves and to have not just the freedom, but ability to live with themselves, ability to live in, just to live, So I was walking, okay, and I remember, because I was so sad, and I didn't have, a lot of extra witnesses, when they first leave, they don't have anything or anybody. They don't know how to really function too well in society. I mean, they know how to function in society, but just a lot missing, okay? And some of them don't, probably. And I was like walking, and I said to myself, I don't know where I'm walking. I mean, I don't know. There's nobody. I'm not walking toward anybody, and I'm not walking from anybody. Nobody's waiting for me. And I was saying, and yet God was there, but I didn't know. I mean, he knew that I was there, but I didn't know what to do. You know what I mean? You have to do it. I mean, we have a life, so we have to do it. You know what I mean? So we have to find him, okay? And I didn't even know just to say a prayer or whatever. And then I sat down. I remember sitting down and looking in my eyes. Where what do I do? Where do I look? I didn't even know I was looking for him. I was just going like, where, you know what I mean? And it takes more from me than somebody come up to me and saying, be accepted by God and stuff like that. I needed more, okay? It was more than that, because a lot of people did that to me, okay? But even when you get that, you still need it's just things that I needed for myself. I have to speak from a personal point of view. So I didn't see anything, and I was looking in my eyes. I'm sorry. Just looking in my eyes, trying to find this, okay? But I did. After a while, I did. And I was his follower, okay? Like this person said, I was Jesus's follower, but I didn't know what to do in myself. Okay, so I remember, now this is years gone by and whatever, and I got friends and stuff like that, and I enjoyed my life, and did everything that I had to do, worked very hard. And then I remember I had come to a conclusion, and it was like, everything is God, you know what I mean? I have friends from different religions and everything. And I guess I was going in that direction. And you know, if you follow God, and that's another thing too. If you the way okay, it's personal because everybody deals with him personally, but I'm saying my personal experience. And he knows he has to be detailed with me. Like I said, when he told me about Jesus, I don't want to ever go through that again. Um, so there, I was in a park, and this guy came, and he sat. I was sat on the back of the bench. You know, like you stand up and you sit on the bench. You don't sit on the bench. You sit on the back of the bench. And it was in New York City, and he sat like another bench down, and came. He was from a different country, okay. And this is how I know. I mean, because I didn't know at that point, but when I thought about our conversation, I felt that it was like a message from God. Okay, this is the way He does with me. I don't know if He does it with everybody else, but He does everything. Everybody's different, and I didn't know it while it was happening. And He goes, "So," I said, "So what do you mean?" He goes, "So do you believe in God?" I go, "Yes, I believe in God." He goes, "So is everything God?" And it was my thoughts that I was thinking because I was drawing the conclusion that everything was God. You know, everybody, and no matter which religion you are, or this, everything is it's just God. You know. And I go, yes. He goes, so what do you think? What do you think God? Who do you think God? I go. He says, do you think God is everything? Every God, you know, that you hear about? And I go, yeah, it's just everybody. It's everything. It's just one. Everybody says, you could say his name, you could say it this way, you could say it that way. All of that is God. And he goes, that's what you think? I go, yes. It's just, you know, everybody can say this is God and this is God and this is God. Okay, it's all right. And he goes, okay. So then that was it. So then after that, years went, I mean, maybe a few years or whatever went by. I'm not going to say the personal, the whole scene, not scene, there's a word for it in anthropology, but because I took an anthropology class. And I'm not going to say the whole context. Okay. I'm trying to not say the whole context because I just want to get to the point. So, and that stayed on my mind. That's another reason why I know it was something, that guy was something, because it just stayed on my mind. And we were the only one surrounded in the park. I didn't see anybody else. So then I took, I guess I can say I took this class, okay? And this professor, and I took 8 different classes, so there's no way anybody can find out which professor it was. I mean, I've been to like 10 different universities, colleges, universities. And it was this one class, and I said, this professor was really mean. I just looked at him, and it was like, this person is really, really mean. But there was a secret behind this person. And it was just like everybody else was in the class, but only there was something else there. And I don't know how in the world this person did it. I mean, it had to have been God, because there's no way in the world anybody else could do this. And by the time I finished that class, and it was a very complicated, highly technical class, scientific. And I could say it's in science, very scientific. And by the time I got finished with that class, he said, so there's no God. There's no God at all. It's just, and I said, no. I said, no. There's one God, and he wants to be called God. And that took maybe like a whole semester of this whatever. Everybody has their ways, and by the time I finished that class, I knew there was only God. You know what I mean? Jesus is God. Okay, so that was my personal experience. Everybody has to have their own personal experience. And I hope I answered the question, and that's it for now. Okay, we got a new year. Happy 2023, and we're gonna keep going. This is my first Ex-Jehovah Witness YouTube in 2023. Okay, Happy New Year again. Bye.